easy, but with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Welcome into the ASN studios, and I am Brad Caldwell, if you can see that on that screen right there. Let's see, I'd have to probably put it like that. But anyway, looks a little different right now, but Justin is here.
Hi, everybody.
He's over there in the producer's chair, and we're bringing you Arkansas Sports Now. Glad to have you along here. Man, a lot of stuff happening in Arkansas, and we're going to talk about it. This show is intended to be not only Razorback, but also Division II. Lots of Division II players in the state. We talked about this the other day about how that there's so many kids that are connected to the Division II schools from high schools inside the state of Arkansas. And so we want to make sure that we cover those guys as well. And so anyway, we're just glad to have you along here, Arkansas Sports Now, covering Razorbacks. Obviously, everybody wants to talk about the Razorbacks. I say everybody does, but most people do. And so we definitely want to talk about the Razorbacks. We'll lead right off with Arkansas picks up a 94-87 victory over the Ole Miss Rebels last night. And if you stayed up long enough, those 8 o'clock tips, man, you get in your 40s, Justin. Those 8 o'clock tips are horrendous.
Yeah, I was asleep by like 8:45. So
Well, they got off to a good start last night, and they continued that good start right on into a 94-87 victory. I will tell you, got to the end, it got a little bit crazy there. Ole Miss actually brought subs in, and man, there for a minute I thought this is going to be one of those games that Arkansas is going to lead throughout, much like the Texas Tech game was. Arkansas is going to lead throughout, and they're going to blow it. And man, Ole Miss couldn't miss toward the end, Justin. It was crazy.
yeah, I watched some highlights this morning. Yeah, they shot the ball well in that last like 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
They shot 60% in the second half.
Yeah, I was thinking that number. I saw that this morning too. It's just nuts.
Which that's a game that how many times have we seen Arkansas lose a game like that? Where
a bunch.
Right, where it was, in hand, you felt like you were going to win it, and then all of a sudden somebody gets hot and you lose. And it felt like we were headed that direction, but there's a young man on the basketball team right now. And Justin, I don't know how you feel about this, and I think I might have said it out loud before, but Stephon Marbury is who this guy reminds me of, and that's Darius Acuff Jr.
Yeah,
man,
that's the truth.
He was phenomenal,
Really was.
last night with, I believe it's 26 points and 9 assists. And boy, he just took the game over toward the end of the game and basically willed Arkansas to a victory. And Arkansas right now sits in a great spot. I think a lot of people thought that Arkansas, the main contenders to Arkansas for the SEC, or maybe Arkansas was the main contenders to them, was Alabama.
Yep.
Alabama went down last night to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they did. That felt good.
Well, it feels good, except that Vanderbilt's 15-0. They're actually ranked ahead of Arkansas. They're ranked 11th.
Should be. 15-0, they should be ranked ahead.
They definitely haven't played the same amount of competition that Arkansas has played.
No, not at all.
But, that was a good victory for Vanderbilt. And
still got to go out there and win them.
Right. But Arkansas sits at 2-0 in the SEC. How long has it been since Arkansas has been 2-0 in the SEC?
Like 2013, 14, I believe.
14, 15.
Uh-huh.
14, 15. How long has it been since Arkansas has been 3-0 in the SEC?
94.
1993,
Oh,
actually.
that's even. Oh,
Right?
yeah, that's that season leading up to it. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
the season leading. So even in the 94 season when they went 14-2 in the conference, they were not 3-0 in the SEC.
yeah. That's
Do
nuts.
you realize how long ago that is?
I do.
It's a
I don't.
long flipping time
I
ago.
was 8 years old when that
The
happened.
the
Thanks.
92-93 season. Let me think here. I was in the 6th grade. That's how long it's been since Arkansas has been 3-0. I'm 44. I mean, you can see right here, 6th grade's been a while back.
I was 8, buddy.
I promise you, I haven't always looked like this. I haven't always had. I've had hair. I've had it. In fact, I could just bring.
Many, many moons ago.
Right. I could bring my son on here right now, and I could show you what I used to look like.
Yeah.
That's what it's like for me. But that's how long it's been since Arkansas's been 3-0 in the SEC. They got a chance to do that on Saturday. Arkansas hitting the portal big time. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's talk about ACUF a little bit. You know, a lot of people are saying at this point, and I have this is my hard time. I have a hard time wrapping my mind around this, but some people are saying that ACUF's the best point guard to ever played Arkansas.
He could be. I mean, like we talked about, you still got Lee Mayberry to beat. You know, that's Lee was great, not just good, great.
Lee was
And,
great.
and you know, Acuff could be that. I'm not saying he can't be, not at all. He's definitely shown that he can already. But the truth is that Mayberry gets that title because that was at the end of the season.
Right.
Uh, let's see where Acuff is at the end of the season, and then I'll give him the nod happily. And I think Lee would too. Like that's
Maybe.
I mean maybe yeah. You finally have a point guard outdo you after how many years?
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, the last time he played was the 91-92 season.
yeah. So
That's
it's
a
been a
long time ago. It's a while back. So yeah, good times. I think with the new college basketball and how it is, you almost have to. Um, it's like it's almost like eras. We talk about eras
yeah.
in basketball, and basketball's an interesting sport because it's really the only sport that people talk about the greatest of all time
Yeah,
or feel like it's a measurable thing. Michael Jordan. I feel like Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player I've ever seen.
well,
Right?
he put up 38 with the flu,
Oh well,
so
there's
that.
you could go
End of
into
argument.
and I know that we probably get some people that would push back to that right
Go
now that are
ahead, low
watching.
with your load management
Yeah,
nonsense.
yeah. Lamont Gray says they got to let Acuff rest that leg for Saturday. I hope that they're letting him put it up in the hotel, and I hope that they're. I can promise you this, Lamont. He's getting the best care that anybody could
Yeah,
possibly ever get. I could say that for sure. So yeah, but I agree. I mean, I don't know if you know, at the end of the game, he was a little bit limpy, but I will say this about
he
him:
was
he's
tired.
tough.
Yeah,
He's tough.
and
And
Coach Cal said they took that timeout with 5 minutes left. They had 3 timeouts. They took one for him because he could see he was done in and needed a break.
and we
And
don't we don't have
you know,
anybody to go to that can take his place. I mean, the backup point guard right now, is Wagner, but and Wagner's a good player,
yeah,
but boy, you sure do lose a lot.
you
And
do.
and man, that's the weird thing with Wagner. Wagner's playing off the ball, and we saw this some with Wagner last year, trying to play him off the ball some. Boogie Fland came in. He was the main point guard for us last year. By the way, Arkansas got more out of Fland last year, even with injury, than what Florida's getting out of him this year.
Yeah, it's funny.
And so they paid him a ton of money to come over there and shoot about 30%. With that being said, Wagner just doesn't play
Well, we
doesn't
have
play well off the ball.
we have a distraction in the office today.
Right, right. Wagner doesn't play well off the ball,
No,
and I feel like we need a little bit more out of Wagner. I know that, but I also don't feel bad about giving him the ball. If you had to give him the basketball down the stretch, I felt like last year when he stepped it up,
yeah,
I felt like the team stepped up. You know what I mean? Be careful, hon. Be careful. Be
Hang on.
careful.
Let
Yeah,
me get her.
yeah, yeah. Better grab her there. Anyway, so anyway, with that said, big time victory over Ole Miss. Thing about beating Ole Miss is you don't get um, a lot of victories at Ole Miss. I mean, how many victories has Arkansas gotten over Ole Miss at Ole Miss down the line here? I mean, it hasn't been that many. I mean, you're talking about going all the way back to the '90s when it was like a thing for Ole Miss to beat Arkansas. Like
It
it
was.
got to a point where it became beyond ridiculous. Of course, Keith Carter, who is now their AD, he has spent his post high school life basically trying to stick it to Arkansas in any way that he can because the Razorbacks didn't take him. He was a fantastic college player for Ole Miss,
He
and
was.
now he's the athletic director there. And every time he gets a chance to stick it to Arkansas, he does. It's just the way it is. But
I don't hate him for it, but I get it.
well, I guess it is what it is. Acuff 26-9 last night, 9 assists. A lot of those came down the stretch. We have Brazil had 18 last night. He was 4 or 5 from three. Many of those set up by Darius Acuff. I was watching. Go ahead.
Best one was at the end of the first half that caught the ball. I mean, barely above his head
Just shot.
and
Yeah,
shot it from right there. And that's he was ready for
yeah, he
that ball.
was. He was 4 or 5 from behind the line. 31 minutes last night. You'd like to get a few more than 6 rebounds out of him.
Yep.
Man, Arkansas plays so much better when Trevin Brazil's playing well.
Yes.
I feel like Arkansas struggles quite a bit when he's not playing well, and so that was a big time. He only shot the ball 6 times, and 5 of them were from behind the arc. I'd like to see him get in and mix it up a little bit more again. 6 rebounds.
Yeah, because he's a monster around
Right.
that rim. My goodness.
Right. Arkansas had 19 assists last night, which is a really good number. Of course, 9
It's a
of them
very good
came
number.
from Acuff, but 4 of them came from Wagner. And that's what I was wanting to come in here and look at was a Wagner. Wagner's only had 3 points. He was 1 of 5 from the field, and his 3 points came on a 3-point play. You got to get more out of him. He's not shot the ball well from behind the arc this year. In fact, let me see if I can pull that stat up for you. Tell you what he's shooting from behind the arc. Let's see here. 3-point percentage. Well, I say he actually has shot it. It doesn't seem like he has. He's only shooting 39% from the field this year, which is not good. But 36.5% from behind the arc. What are you laughing about over there?
I'm sorry, I was going through Facebook. It's a Mark Pope meme.
Oh,
No scandals, no allegations, no arrests, just dog crap coaching.
speaking of Kentucky right now, boy,
Wow, what a dumpster fire!
you want to talk about those guys that came in and we're glad the Cal's gone and all that other stuff. Matt Jones from Kentucky Sports Radio got out there and thanked John Tyson for taking him away and all this other stuff. That's got to be one of the most freezing cold takes that has ever been.
Yeah,
It is,
and I laugh every time because I detest Kentucky.
yeah.
Oh man, it's so funny.
Lamont,
I doubt Mark Pope lasts the year.
well, you think they're going to fire him in the middle of the year?
It's Kentucky in basketball.
So
They're
yeah,
crazy.
I mean, it is possible. It is possible. I won't say it isn't possible. You're talking about one of their own. I don't think they're making the tournament this year.
No, definitely not making the tournament this year.
I mean, I don't know what. I will tell you this: Kentucky will get the benefit of the doubt. Promise you. If it comes down to Selection Sunday and they're on the bubble and they're going against somebody else that's not Kentucky,
Yeah.
they're getting in.
Yeah.
Even if it's the first 4, they're getting in. So just watch that. Lamont Gray says Thomas a goat. He's just got to slow down because he don't mind jacking it up.
That he does.
Thomas. Well, let's talk about Thomas real quick. He had 25 minutes. He had 13 points. You're right. He shot 12 times, which Acuff was the leading shooter at 18 attempts last night. Of course, Acuff right now, he's so ball dominant. Another guy that I feel like you need to get a little bit more consistency from, easily should be the second leading scorer on the team. Maybe the third if you want to throw in Brazil. Who do you think I'm talking about?
Oh, Billy Wagner.
Nope. Billy Richmond.
Yeah, Billy Richmond, not Wagner. Carter Knox.
That's it.
Sorry.
So Carter Knox, we didn't know for sure if Carter Knox was even going to come back this year. And then all of a sudden now he's just kind of he's not mid. I wouldn't call him mid, but I just feel like he's just not living up to expectations
No,
this
not
year.
yet.
He did shoot 2 of 5 from behind the arc, not terrible. 6 rebounds last night, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. He had 4 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. Arkansas actually rebounded pretty well. They out-rebounded Ole Miss 37-27.
Dang, that's nice.
Not bad at all. Just 11 turnovers. Some of those were down the stretch. You know how that gets. It's hard. If you watch college basketball, it's very hard to close a team out. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just tough. It's tough to close a team out. And Arkansas, they really ran into it, toward the end. Eduardo Klofka. He scored all his points at the end of the game. He had 11 points. He was 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. He just got to a point where he began to dominate the game. He had, when I say 19 minutes, the final 5 minutes of the game, he had 11 points, which is what he finished with. He had 3 assists, which is what he finished with. He had the 1 3-pointer, which was what he finished with. But the guy got to a point where he couldn't miss. And I thought, this guy's going to single-handedly win the ball game for him. And he didn't. And Malik Dia is a guy that really gave Hogs trouble. Interesting. Have you ever watched Malik Dia? He's the only guy. Of course, he's 6'10". He's the only guy that I know that doesn't shoot any movement from his feet whatsoever. It's literally a standstill.
Yeah.
Like
arms.
right. He bends. It's like he's shooting a free throw. That's what it's like. Of course, he's a big, strong kid, so he can do that. But he gave Arkansas fits, and really, at the end of the first half, he really gave Arkansas fits with his mid-range game. And anyway, Arkansas led the game by as many as 16, and got to the end of the game, and you thought Arkansas is going to they're going to run away with this, and then all of a sudden they weren't. And of course, when you face a Chris Beard team, right? It's going to be tough. Arkansas wins the game 94-87. Big game with Auburn on Saturday. Auburn is struggling right now. Auburn's another team that right now I don't know if they're going to make the tournament.
I'm not going to cry about that.
Let me go in here and find the Auburn Tigers real quick. I don't know if you saw the ending of that game with Texas A&M the other day at Auburn.
Yeah, that was
made
odd.
Made the 37-footer and ended up not counting. Which real time it looked like he got it off, but I think that when you really watch the replays, he didn't get it off. I don't think that they got cheated. Of course, you know how.
Oh,
it
they
is.
didn't. Yeah.
Can you imagine Arkansas being in the same position? How people would feel about it? I mean,
but we would have had the shutout before the clock, and they still would have kind of thumped off. I mean, that's what they would have done to us. Especially against Auburn with that fumble that wasn't a fumble. That was a fumble, really.
Auburn is 9-6 right now. 0-2.
Same as Kentucky.
0-2 in the SEC. Ooh, Kentucky's 9-6. That's wild.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's
Right.
what it is.
But Auburn being 0-2 in the SEC with Arkansas coming in, possibly the projected SEC champion. We'll see. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in that. Don't get me wrong. But right now, Arkansas looks like if they're not the best team in the SEC, they're right up there. I think them and Vanderbilt, Alabama, maybe Texas A&M, possibly. They're 12-3 right now, 2-0 in the SEC. So they're doing well, playing well. They're playing a high volume, fast paced basketball game. Texas A&M now plays more like Nolan Richardson played. You remember last year and the years coming up, Buzz Williams. I mean, it was like brutal ball. I mean, they would just beat each other to death.
This is Kentucky's worst start since 05-06 season.
You know who wasn't there in 05-06?
Cal.
Cal was not there. Cal did not come until the 2008-9 or 9. I think it was 9-10.
Yeah.
his last game with Memphis was the championship game at Memphis, and where they almost won the championship.
College basketball is quickly becoming quite as crazy as college football, especially with these NBA players trying to come back and play. Like,
It
what are
might
you
be
talking
crazier.
about?
It
Yeah,
might
yeah, it
be.
might be a little crazier because of that. Like, what's that kid that played at Arkansas a couple years ago? Got drafted, and now he's going to come back to play college ball somewhere. It's ridiculous.
You should not allow NBA
Oh, not
draft
at all.
picks. You should not allow if you're playing in the G League. You should not allow.
Period.
Period. So anyway, big victory for Arkansas again. You don't have too many victories at Ole Miss, so that was a big victory there. And now another opportunity. And the thing with Arkansas right now in basketball is when you look at their schedule, if they can get through this week undefeated, watch
It
out.
sets up really good.
It sets up nice because after that, they've got the worst team in the SEC, I believe, in South Carolina.
Yeah, that's a correct
At,
statement.
at Georgia is going to be tough, but
It will be.
not unwinnable. And then you got Vanderbilt coming in to the bud, to the bud
Yeah, good
on
luck there, Vandy.
Tuesday night, January 20th. So that's a big one. And if you're undefeated going into that game right there, which would make you 3-4, I'm not. I promise you, it's not likely. If you put the percentages, it's probably like a 10% chance that they'll be undefeated going into that game. If you take if you're a statistician, right,
Hmm.
it's probably 10%. But if you beat Auburn, you beat South Carolina, you beat Georgia, that's 5-0 in the SEC. You're also 15-3 going into that Vanderbilt game, which would end up being, if it ain't a top 10 matchup, it would be right there at it. I mean, really
Yep.
close. In fact, Vanderbilt might be the top 10 team, and Arkansas might not be the top 10 team in that situation. I mean,
Yes.
it could happen.
Of course, there could be some upsets in this next week or
Right.
so. You never know college basketball. I mean, my goodness.
And I'm dreaming here
Oh,
when I tell you, but when you get past the Vanderbilt game, LSU at Oklahoma
that's gonna be fun.
and Kentucky at home. I mean, you're talking about
Kentucky's gonna get
listen,
kicked.
listen though, listen though. You're talking about getting real serious here. I mean, and I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated in this stretch. They're probably not.
They could
But
still want up being one of the best teams Arkansas has ever fielded.
well, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Vanderbilt's fifth, LSU be sixth, Oklahoma the seventh, and Kentucky the eighth game in the SEC. I mean, it's completely viable to get through that stretch 6-2. And if you're 8-0 going into that stretch, you're a top 10 team.
Mhm.
And then your back half of the schedule at State. State's tough. They like to muck it up, but they're beatable. At LSU, that's always that's a tough place to win. Don't have too many wins down there in the Pete Maravich Center. Auburn
No,
at home, and then you'd have at Alabama. I'm telling you right now, this schedule is not that daunting.
that Alabama worries me more than any of
Oh,
those other games.
100%. But I'm just saying, schedule isn't that daunting for Arkansas right now. It's not where it's a bunch of gimmies, but I feel like Arkansas has been in a way worse spot schedule wise
Yeah,
many times. And right now, you look at the schedule and you think, man, can they go 15-3?
I think they can,
15-3 in the SEC?
but I'd still be happy with 14-4. Like, what can you
Sure.
complain? You can't complain.
13
That's a
and
great
5, I
season.
think in the 18 game schedule, 15-5 might be I'm sorry, 13-5 might be the best that we've ever done in the 18 game SEC. I
think so,
think
yeah.
we might have been 14-4. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. We might have been 14-4 at one point under Muss. That year that we finished second in the SEC, we won
Yeah.
11 straight. Let me look here. I believe that was 21-22. 13-5 was 21-22. And then they fell off in 22-23, fell off in 23-24. That was his last year, Muss's last year there. So 13-5. Well, you know what? That's not even the year I'm looking for. It is 2021, I think. Oops, not that one. Sorry. On the fly. On the fly sometimes. What?
Aaron Rodgers, with his first year with the Steelers, has more AFC North Division titles than the Cleveland Browns have in their entire franchise.
So Eric Musselman was 13-4, and that was a COVID
That's a
year
good year.
where one of the games was actually canceled.
Yep.
So 13-4 has been our best beyond 16 game SEC stretch. We were 14-2 in '94. We've won 12 before. You go back to 14-15, we were 13-5 in that year. But we talked about this before, Justin. If you look at every year in the SEC beyond, let's talk about 2020 to 2021 and up. Arkansas has been to the Elite Eight, Sweet 16, Sweet 16. They've missed the tournament one time.
That's not bad.
Now, when you go back to 1990, let me look here. Is it? Yeah, it's 1989-90, which is like the golden age of Arkansas basketball. Arkansas went to the Final Four, the regional final, the second round, the Sweet 16. They won it all. They finished second, Sweet 16. So that's a 7-year stretch there that they were in the Sweet 16 or beyond 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in 7 years.
That's nuts.
But look at us right now. Look at where we're at right now.
They're doing
Look
the
at
same
Arkansas.
kind of thing.
They're doing the same kind of thing. They just don't have the Final Fours.
Yep.
If you throw a Final Four into this, you're starting to rival the 90s. Think about that.
That's it's really nice.
Think about that.
It's really nice. Arkansas basketball has been more fun to watch in the past, 5 years
Oh, yeah.
than any other sport.
But why do you think that is?
Oh, we've had great coaching. I mean, seriously, just great coaching.
And
I don't want to dog Sam Pittman
Right.
because I like him as a man. He was not a great coach, and he's really screwed the pooch when he stopped. He just wasn't recruiting Arkansas. And then that did it for me. He just wasn't getting Arkansas kids.
Right.
And we've talked about it a million times. The best teams that Arkansas has ever put on a football field had kids from Arkansas
Right.
all over that field. It hasn't been the same on the basketball court. He must try to recruit. He recruited Arkansas kids. Got Darian Ford and boy from Walton, Pinion.
Pinion.
Gave him a chance. They just couldn't cut the mustard. But it's been coaching. Musselman, great coach. X's and O's wise and as a motivator,
Look,
he was great.
well, now I'm going to take a little bit of what do I say? What's the word here? I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit with Musselman and the motivation. I actually think that Musselman was an anti-motivator in some ways because of how he acted, because of his up and down nature. I think
I
that
can see that.
lost. I think he lost. I know he did. I know he
Oh,
lost
he
that.
lost that locker room now.
He lost that locker room the last year. But I also think it's one of those things with Muss. It was a love-hate relationship with Muss.
Yeah.
Right? You either loved him or you hated him. And I feel like that he had a lot of kids that did love him. I do think that. I think he did have some kids that loved him. But I also think that if you got a certain type of kid, then they hated him. That being said, the man can coach ball.
Yeah.
He can coach ball. I do think
He's
that
won everywhere he's been.
if you took him to the side and you said, "Hey, Muss, do you wish he had stayed at Arkansas?" I bet he does.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Because that USC situation is not great. I don't know it's going to get much better. Don't know it's going to get much better. Boy, we got a lot of reactions coming in.
I haven't even looked into the USC sites. They're just bad players, bad team can't get. It's just sad for USC.
Well, obviously he's living where he wants to live.
Yeah.
Number one, he's living exactly where he wants to live. So, I mean, that's an advantage in itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not at the basketball program that he was. I mean, Arkansas is a better basketball program than USC. I mean,
hands down.
If you take Arkansas as a program, what's Arkansas as far as a job? It's behind Kentucky. It's behind North Carolina. It's behind Duke. It's
Well, I
behind.
wouldn't put it behind Kentucky right now.
Well, I mean, I promise you, there are going to be people lining
Yeah,
up
I
to.
know there'll be
And I
people.
say that maybe they're not because Pope, they wouldn't have hired Pope if people were lining up. The thing about the NIL era now in any sport, and Indiana proves this in football, is that you can win anywhere. You can win anywhere. And a lot of, I mean, like with Kentucky, the the lure of Kentucky is the tradition
Yeah.
of Kentucky, but you don't have to have that tradition anymore. You don't have to have that. Indiana's proof positive of that. Texas Tech, proof positive of that. You don't
Mhm.
have to have that. What you have to have is the mighty dollar. And that's the biggest thing. Hey, let's take a quick break and we'll come back. We'll reset here. We're going to talk a little bit about the transfer portal as we were leading into that and the success that Arkansas has had as of recently. I think right now, if you ask me, I think Arkansas has had some big time success in the last couple days and really looking like, hey, we might not suck again. We'll be back in just a moment.
And we're back.
And as soon as I'm like sending a text message, right? All right. I got a trophy presentation. In fact, I've got a behind the camera right now. I've got a board. Don't forget, Coach of the Year and 2A Player of the Year, which we're going to be in Cross County tonight, presenting Coach of the Year award to Van Pascal. We got another portal pop.
Yeah.
Who do we
22.
who do we got?
Reed. Tyler Scott from Georgia State, defensive back, 6'2", 195.
So defensive back has been an issue, a need, and
Desperately.
Arkansas went big. I mean, at least right now on paper, Arkansas looks to have improved.
They've signed 3 in the past hour.
3 defensive backs.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2 from Maryland. And the one, and let me get the name here. Let me make sure I get
Shelton
the.
Lewis from Clemson.
Okay, yeah, that was another one.
Braden Lee from Maryland.
That's another one.
We just
But
talked
that's
about
not the
Tyler Scott.
one. That's not the big one. The big one is.
I'll find him in just a
Yeah,
second.
I'm looking for him myself. I've got him.
Lakai Rowland.
We got him on the ASN page. Lakai Rowland. We got him over Ohio State.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now, I don't know where he was in the pecking order with Ohio State, but I think he's 6'2", 196 at corner. And
Yeah.
he had 3 picks. One he took to the house. So that's big. I mean, right now, Justin, I mean, I don't know that you can argue the results right
No,
now.
not right now. He signed 3 linebackers in that same breath. Small line, D line, like
I mean, right now it looks good, and there are still some guys. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there is a young man that is from um, OBU, Washita Baptist. Uh, I think I was about to say her singing. She's going to sing us to sleep here. Um, Washita Baptist offensive lineman. Let me just go back in here and look.
I've got the cute one in my lap in case y'all are
Right.
wondering. Hey, Elme, look, you're on the podcast.
Anyway, the offensive lineman from Washita Baptist, big fella here in the transfer portal. I will tell you, there's so many names. It is almost impossible to keep up with. You know what I mean?
We've had 22 portal signees in the past 32 hours.
This kid that I'm talking about is from Warren.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them.
Yeah. Let me look here. He may be up there today. But so this kid played in the band, wasn't a full-time football player. In fact, I'm not even sure his senior year he was a full-time football player at Warren. Ended up with a college scholarship because of his size. Gets in the portal, and he is now he's got several offers right now from SEC teams.
Yeah,
Of course, when you're talking about money, Terrence Robertson is his name. They got him listed at 6'6", 295 pounds.
that'd be a
But
nice
but
kid.
apparently now he redshirted his first year. They said he redshirted at OBU just to learn the game, right?
That's awesome.
But then he decided, like, he figured it out, and he began to learn the game, and they said that he's got some nasty in him.
Nice.
Big fella. Anyway, he got offers from OU, LSU, Arkansas, big time
He's a
guy.
Warren kid. Just call Traylon. That's all you
Well,
got to do.
he visited yesterday. No commitment from him yet. Like you said, though, I mean, the portal has been very busy for Arkansas right now. I mean, so let me just back up. First day, and I'm going to tell you, the first day that Silverfield came on, I got on here. I wasn't feeling very good about it. Be honest with you. If you go back and look at that stream, it was not a good stream. It was awful.
Not.
It was awful. It was awful. I had to talk, and I didn't feel good about the hire at all. And then all of a sudden, it's like things just started turning. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Silverfield is the coach of the year by any means, but there's a couple things that are obvious right now. The energy's better, and the money is better.
100% better energy.
The energy and the money's better at Arkansas right now, which means hopefully it will turn out to be results. So, with that being said, I think Arkansas is in a better position right now than they were. Again, you can't say that they're going to win the SEC by any means,
No.
and I don't even know that they're getting enough talent to
Win a
the
game.
SEC.
Yeah, I just
But-
want to win a game next year.
Well, I mean, win 3,
Yeah,
win
we'll
4.
win an SEC game is what.
Yeah.
Win all the non-conference games and then win one SEC game and get the monkey off your back.
So just since that we have been talking, let's see here. You've got the tight end from Memphis, Matt Adcock. Not a big pass catching tight end. You look at his body build, he's definitely more of a blocking tight end. He's a guy that's going to come in and he's going to be your brawler when it comes to just 6'3", 245, big guy. Just looking at him, he looks bigger than 245 as far as his body type.
You got this Adam Hawks kid from Oregon State too. So 6'5", 305 O-line.
That was morning. That was this morning. Yeah. He was a well recruited kid as well. So there are a lot of guys right now that they've got coming in that seem to be making a difference. Be making a difference and seem to be helping Arkansas. I think Arkansas's got an opportunity to be a bowl team next year with the talent that they've got coming in.
It'd be awesome if we make another bowl game.
Well, I don't necessarily care that much about bowls, and the playoff games, they're I mean, you want to be in that. That's where you want
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
of course.
I
But
really wish they'd move the bowl games to the first of the year.
I don't know if what I think about that, but I mean, it's an interesting thought. Like, how would the quote unquote landscape of college football change by doing that? It might make it a little bit
I
better. We
think you
don't know.
make your bowls relevant if you put them
Yeah,
all at the first of the year. I think the bowls are completely irrelevant. Hey, baby, you're going to have to watch out. I don't want her tripping over them cords there.
LMA, get over here.
Anyway, um, but with that said, Arkansas is winning in the transfer portal right now. There's a lot of
They
good
really
things
are.
that are happening right now, and I think that you've got to at least be a little bit optimistic. I mean, I hope that you are. I hope that you are optimistic right now. Have something to be optimistic about. Why would you want to be just full out negative right now? Why? I mean, what's the use? I mean, yeah, Arkansas has stunk for a while, right?
We have.
But what would at this point be the point of not at least having some optimism for what's happening? They may bring all these guys in and they may suck, right? I mean, they may. They may be awful. But at the same time, they could be, and they at least on paper look like somewhat of difference makers.
I just want them to beat Texas. That's really what it boils down to for me.
That's a tall task.
It is.
Here's what I would.
It is.
Well, Arkansas's lost 13 of 14, I think, to Texas A&M. At one point,
Yeah.
Arkansas led that rivalry 41-24. I'd like to be able to beat them,
Yeah.
although they don't even play them next year. You know that, right?
But it's nice to have a break.
They play their permanent rivals are LSU, Missouri, and Texas. So Texas is on the schedule. We do go back to Austin next year. You
We're
know
back
that,
to
right?
Austin next year.
You go back to Austin next year.
We got it. Why we got to double up? Do we get a double up home and home?
No, no, it's just the way they schedule when the change. So when you change to the 9-game schedule, they have to. It just does. It just works out that way. I think they do get 5 home games versus 4 road games in the SEC, which helps. But
So
I
we
think
don't have to play at Jerry World next
so.
year. Yay!
So yeah, but you know what they have to do? They have to start the conference season. They get it at home. It's great, right? You know who they start it with? Georgia.
Okay,
Georgia. So
got to start somewhere. I mean, let's go ahead and get that butt whipping out the way and feel better about ourselves the next week.
well, I mean, but I do think that you've got at least a little bit of reason to be optimistic,
Oh,
right?
100%. If you're not optimistic, why are you even doing this?
I did lie to you. They do play Texas A&M. They're at Texas A&M next year.
Oh.
So schedule sets up like this: September the 5th, at North Alabama at home. They're at Utah. That's the Kane Archer Bowl right there. Then you've got Georgia at home, Tulsa at home, and then you're at College Station, which a lot of people say is the toughest place in the SEC to play right now. Tennessee at home, at
It's the
Vanderbilt,
most obnoxious place. I'll guarantee you that.
at Vanderbilt, Missouri at home. Missouri is now in the middle of the schedule because they've got LSU back at Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank God! It
And
finally give us the proper game back.
and then Arkansas does get LSU on Thanksgiving at home. They play at
As it
Auburn.
should be.
They play at Auburn. They play versus South Carolina. They play at Texas again, and then at home versus LSU. So
we'll get a dose of Beamer ball, huh?
so you get your LSU, South Carolina, Missouri, which Missouri's a double up at home.
Yep.
You get Tennessee at home, and you get Georgia. So there's your 5 home games right there. I mean,
No games in Little Rock.
it could be worse.
No games in Little Rock.
I don't think they do play. No, there are not any games in Little Rock this next year. Well, the last game in Little Rock
That
was
was last year. Yeah.
supposed to be, at least as far as the contract goes, the final game. We'll figure it out.
Look, I love games in Little Rock. I do, but for the state thing,
I
and
understand.
shouldn't be conference games. Now, granted, you can't beat Miracle on Markham and number 2 there. Those games against LSU and the Rock are legendary.
Right.
But those days are over with. What we can do and what should be done, because how old is that stadium now? It's
70,
it's
70
It's
years
time
old.
to raise it to the ground and start over.
Well,
Like I know that's some people don't like that opinion or think it's a waste of money. It's not. We need the stadium for the state because that's where we play our state championship football games. But when crap doesn't work, there's not even internet in the press box, folks. Don't know if you know
it's
that.
not great.
There's no internet up there.
Well, there is.
Oh,
There
there.
is, but it's not great.
Yeah.
It
Internet like you need? No.
so they had to. I believe they had to have $10 million in upgrades in the stadium. Now this is like Billy Jack on the fly stuff. I'm not even joking. $10 million just to have the last SEC game they had there, which I can't even remember when that was. What was the last SEC game
Gosh.
at War
That
Memorial
was the
Stadium?
last year, the Battle of the Boot, wasn't it? Before we had to start doing the
No,
Battle Line
no,
rivalry.
they had moved that. They had moved that up to Fayetteville. But gosh, that's been a while back now since A&M came back into the conference. I think they played LSU one time on Thanksgiving, but they had a game there. Maybe Ole Miss back in 20. I was there at that one. That was a rainy, gosh, just a miserable game. I was at that one when Chad Morris was here. It might have
Last
been that one.
SEC game was 35-14 loss to Arkansas Ole Miss, October 13th, 2018.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
yeah, that was atrocious. Yeah, of course,
I think the 35-14 that game was actually a little bit misleading.
yeah, it should have been 35-0.
No, 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 no. It was. I feel like it was close. It got away from them at the end. It was one of those games that you felt like Arkansas might win at one point, and then it just kind of got away from them at the end. What are you laughing about over there?
Oh, just people talking about Michael Irvin going nuts.
Oh yeah,
It's just funny.
yeah.
Yeah, that dude's so pumped about Miami
He
not being terrible again.
he looks like a senile old man on the sideline.
That's fine. They all
I mean, you realize he's like 60 years old, but he still has abs. I don't know if you saw that.
he built like a
he
brick house.
he
Like, what are you
he pulled his shirt up. He's got abs at 60, whatever he
That
is.
that's Mike Irvin. Like,
Well, I
what
mean,
you,
I get it. I
what
get
you
it.
what you expect?
Well,
That's
that
him.
you're built different. If you're an NFL player, you've got
You
certain
gotta be
genetics.
built
That's for
different.
sure. That's
You
for
got to
sure.
be built different to do that craziness.
Anyway,
The
but
speed.
let's go
My
back to
goodness.
the portal a little bit. Portal is popping right now for Arkansas, and it's good. I mean, again, what do you have to be negative about? Let's try. I mean, try to be positive at least. You know what I mean?
Ain't no need for negativity. I don't need you in my neighborhood.
Right? Just looking here, Baylor Phoenix, the linebacker out of Baylor, they didn't even know. Or I'm sorry, Phoenix Jackson, linebacker out of Baylor, they didn't even know he was on campus, or wasn't like it wasn't really like put out there that he was on campus. Matt Adcock, he signed today. Lakai Rowland signed today. Um, there was some new ones here. Tyler Scott, another cornerback, Georgia State, 6'1", 191 pounds. He's a redshirt sophomore. He signed. Braden Lee signed. I mean, again, I, I mean, Arkansas football is such a catch-22 in so many ways. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you want them to be good, you want them to be great. Right now, take a 6-6, 7-5 year. I'm not saying that's the standard. Arkansas does have to raise the expectation, not only amongst the coaches, but amongst the administration as well. And that was talked about quite a bit throughout the not the off season, but early season, when Hunter Yurachek basically came on and said we're not equipped to win a national championship. You know,
Let's say we fire Hunter Yurachek and hire, I don't know, Peyton Hillis to be the AD.
so here's the deal. Here's the deal. As the AD, you're the one that is in charge of raising the funds. That you're just there.
Yeah.
That's your job to raise the funds. And you're saying, well, we don't have the funds. Well, then you have dropped the ball.
Yep.
Am I right?
You've admitted defeat. You've admitted you didn't do your job well enough to get the job done. So, time to move on.
Okay. So, anyway, with that said, whatever's happened since Silverfield got there, at least there is at least some buy-in on funds. and
Yeah.
and they've proven that with this transfer portal. They've had to
Well,
do it.
the fact that he flat told us, he said, if we ain't got the money, guess what? I'm gonna go get the money. It,
Right.
it's like he don't care about knocking on doors. He'll do it. Like
He
he
he did
seems to
it.
be in it. He did do it.
He did do it.
He seems to be. He's here to change things and to
Right.
yeah to cement. I mean, yeah, he's trying to cement his own legacy. That's a fact. Why wouldn't he? Ain't that the point when you're a coach in this game? You're trying to be the best.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to be the best, why would we want you?
Right.
But we let him cement his legacy right here at Arkansas.
But
Why not?
here's the thing. I don't care who you are now. And Indiana's proven it. Again, Texas
Uh-huh.
Tech has proven it. Don't go into any time saying I can't win the national championship because I mean in Indiana, number one, Indiana. If you look at their talent pool, there's a graphic out there right now. It shows number one, they have 5 stars on the team. They only had 4 4 stars, or no, I'm sorry, 7 4 stars on the team. Everybody else was 3 star and below, and here they are now in a national championship picture. And in my opinion, they're the favorite to win it.
Yeah.
They're not just in the picture; they're the favorite to win it.
They're my pick.
You do realize they're the only school right now in this 12-team playoff era that got a bye and was able to win that first round game from a bye.
They did.
7 out of 8 lost.
They didn't win.
They
They dominated.
they dominated,
They didn't. It wasn't just a win.
but 7 out of 8 lost,
Yeah.
and they're the only ones that won. And not only they win, they beat the premier program at least in the league in the NCAA.
Signetti is a great coach.
He's one of one.
Yeah, I love I love everything about the guy. His attitude, his the way he talks to the press. I mean, it's great. He don't hold nothing back. Like, I win. Google me. That was spectacular. Uh, you know, this guy. Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be better than Nick Saban, but by God, he could. Look at the results he's getting out of not the quote unquote greatest players out there,
Right.
not the quote unquote best that money can buy. He got the players that fit into his program. Yeah, he had to spend money to do it, but by golly, they're playing their butts off for
Right.
him. It's
Well,
something to see. They're fun to watch.
they are.
I've watched quite a few Indiana games when it wasn't fun to watch Arkansas games because it wasn't fun to watch Arkansas games at all this year.
They
But
almost got beat by Penn State, but then Mendoza brought them back down the line.
yeah,
I mean, it's a magical thing
it
that's
really
going
is.
on right
And
there.
I
It
hope
really
they
is.
I hope they finish it off completely undefeated.
Yeah.
Win this first extended college football playoff. Win it all.
Right.
Don't why the heck not? I'm cheering for them.
Well, let's move on real quick. We want to do again Division II talk as well, and the Gulf South Conference. To be honest with you, not a lot to talk about, so we're going to get into that real quick, and we're going to get out of it real quick. Just looking at the schedule for today, if you could throw that up there for me real quick.
There.
He's getting it up there. Gulf South Conference. I'm sorry, not Gulf South. Great American. See, you did that to me.
Sorry.
Great American Conference. That they hadn't been in the Gulf South in quite a while. Now you see 7:30 start times. That's actually 5:30 start times for the women. They only. I didn't see any reason why to pull up 2 separate start times there. And for some reason, this schedule doesn't look very good on the screen. I don't know why. It's a screen clip, but anyway, Southern Arkansas at Southeast Oklahoma State.
Well, that's why it's a screen clip. That's
Maybe so. Henderson State at Southwestern Oklahoma State tonight. Arkansas Monticello at East Central. Ouachita Baptist at Northwestern Oklahoma State. Harding at Southern Nazarene. And Arkansas Tech at Oklahoma Baptist. So all the Arkansas teams traveling west.
Here, try that. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
there
can
we
actually
go.
read it, yeah.
Thank you there. Look at you. Anyway,
I'm good for something. Yay.
but all the Arkansas teams moving west against the Oklahoma teams. And, right now, there's not a ton to talk about with it right now.
Too early in the season.
One of the things that we will talk about as we go, players of the week. We did get that last show, which was Logan Young. I tell you what, she is something out of Dover. That was a player, and maybe they don't want us to talk about this at the Great Americans Conference, but I think Division One missed out on her.
Yeah, they did.
5'10", 5'9", 5'10", guard. Now she didn't play guard in high school. She did play a 3-4 in high school, but
she was a hybrid.
she
They used her
developed.
hybrid style. Yes, she did. She's good.
She developed outside game by the time it was all said and
She
done.
can handle the ball. She can shoot the ball, and she's got great vision when it comes to
Right.
passing. We saw that a lot when watching her play high school last year.
Right.
Past 2-3 years. I mean, my goodness.
And I don't want to get too much in high school because we've got a high school show that we do, but Dover girls right now, they're like 50-1, I
Yeah.
think, in their last 51 games. I mean, that's really
Yeah.
good. Really good. They won the state championship in '99, and I don't think that they have. I don't think
Last
they've
year was
even.
as close as they've gotten since. then.
Well, right, but I don't think they've even had a stretch this good, even with that. Group.
Oh no, that group was great, but they weren't this good.
Yeah.
With Renee Bowley and Tanya McClure and those girls, yeah, they were good. They weren't this good.
And I'm not sure the McCarty girl's not the best shooter in the state. I think she shot 47%. She is a cutie. She is also a distraction. It's all get out.
100%.
Right. But anyway, I don't know, 47% from three last year.
Spectacular.
I'm telling you, a great stroke if you've ever seen her shoot.
It's a very pretty shot.
And I don't know where they're at right now. Maybe if somebody from the Dover district or connected to the Dover district is watching, but she is a phenomenal shooter. But anyway, we'll talk about that more on the high school side of things. But man, we just want to say thanks for watching here on the Arkansas Sports Now. We're still trying to work out the schedule because we do have the high school show. I mean, really, they look a lot of the same. We're just really kind of concentrating one with the high school and one more around the state. So anyway, we want to say thanks for watching. Maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll include this, make this just the only show, or we can. I don't know.
We got to have this. We got Arkansas Sports Now and the Nameless Basketball Show. I'm telling you, it works.
You're all over that Nameless Basketball show.
Works. It's fun.
But I hate to tell you, I've already got an intro coming for the baseline. I know, man. I'm sorry.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry.
It's poor choice, Bradley.
I'm sorry. Well, we got the audible, we've got the angle, now we've got the baseline. We've got at least one show that doesn't have "the" in it, and that is this one right here. We hope you've enjoyed today. We're still, again, trying to work out the kinks and just try to figure it out. But one of the things that is good, one of the things I can say and I'm happy about, is that Arkansas won last night.
Yeah, it was a great game.
And it's a game that Arkansas won that so many times they've lost, right?
Yep.
So many times they've lost. And I also love the fact that Kentucky is just absolutely wallowing in it right now. Can you imagine?
Wonderful.
So here, I will tell you, this is comparable. It's not quite the same. But when Petrino fell off the bike, right?
Yeah.
And
the bike fell on him, whatever you prefer.
whatever you say. Whatever happened with that, right?
Yeah.
When Petrino, when the bike and the Petrino and the blonde, right? We'll say that. And he ended up at Western Kentucky the year after, and he was 8-4 there. Then he ends up at Louisville, and Arkansas is just awful, right?
Yeah.
At this point, we're terrible, and he's winning. That was so heart-wrenching for me. I remember that. Now, I will say, as the time
go from Bobby Petrino to John L. Smith.
Hey, grab her.
Oh.
Grab her. Yeah.
Come here.
Anyway, with that said, it was tough. It was tough.
Awful.
Can you imagine what it's like as a Kentucky fan right now to watch one of your legendary coaches? I mean, say what you want to about Cal right now, and he's not the greatest coach to ever coach there. I mean, you've got Adolph Rupp, you've got Joe B. Hall, you've got other guys, you got Rick Pitino. He's not the greatest coach to ever coach there, but can you imagine what it's like to watch the greatest coach that you've had in several years go to an SEC program and they're better than you, and you have taken what you did at Kentucky, you've taken them, and you've done that at Arkansas now, and you're having to sit there and watch it while your team sucks.
It's I love it. I love it for Kentucky.
For
I feel that they deserve it.
I can tell you as an Arkansas fan, it would be heart wrenching. It'd be heart wrenching. So anyway, we're going to try to come back tomorrow with Arkansas Sports Now, tell you a little bit about what's going on around the state of Arkansas, and hopefully you'll like the show and continue to join in. But we're going to go ahead and break it off right now. Again, thank you. I'm going to be at Cross County tonight, presenting the Coach of the Year that Tyson Foods has sponsored, and we're also going to be presenting Danny Beal with the Player of the Year in 2A, and hopefully I'll get an interview with Danny before it's all said and done. I know that he's supposed to be headed to Fayetteville maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're out. Appreciate you joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with more Arkansas Sports Now.